Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here, and we finally got our mini set announcement for Ungrow. We have crack open the ancient power with the Day of Rebirth mini set. So Day of Rebirth is going to be the mini set. We've got, of course, like diamond variations and gold variations of the cards, but more importantly, do we have a date? And I believe that we do. We have September 2nd. So next week we get the mini set, which I'm assuming the card reveal season starts now, and we'll get a bunch of new cards in the coming days or later today. We're going to do something new. Generally, I don't do card reveals. I generally just like playing with the cards when they come out and reviewing them before they come out. I personally think is pointless because they're always wrong, but a lot of people seem to do like card reveals. So we'll try card reveals this time around and see if we can get some right. I'll be doing the mini set card reveal and then the next expansion card reveal. We'll see how we do, how well they're received, and if you like them, let me know, and if you don't, well, I'll know with the view count. So new mini set, this past couple months in Hearthstone has been rough. This new expansion, as we know, has been very rough. It started off bad, the balance changes were bad, the follow-up balance changes were bad. We're at a state where I honestly think Hearthstone is, we're actually not far off of meta. The problem is that we've taken too many stances on not committing to a direction for where the game should be. The game, if we want the power level to be high, we have to buff the underperformers to make them better. Talking about the tier F, tier C, tier D decks. All these cards that we saw, Asteroids, for example, very popular deck. Asteroids don't even see play anymore, and that was a top tier deck, what, 3 or 4 months ago, right? The fact that a top tier deck can no longer even compete with like a tier B deck means we have to buff some shit up, or we take the top tier A, tier S, tier B, we lower them a little bit so we can get like an equal playing field. We got to take one or two directions. This whole buff one card, nerf one card, and then we're in the same place we were. It's not working right now. So hopefully this mini set is an injection of a direction, because I don't think this mini set, well, I can hope, I don't think the mini set's going to get us there. I think the balance, the 1 to 2 balance patches after this mini set, those are going to be the most important things to happen to set up for the rest of this year, because as we know, at the beginning of next year we'll have the rotation and balance change, a new core set, and that's a great time to also deal with a lot of these problems. But I believe the mini set, and then we'll set up with the balance changes, and we could actually end up in the correct direction. So as we know, we always can purchase the mini set for $15 or 2,000 gold. I think spending gold on mini set is good. Obviously the money dollar value is better because 2,000 gold is worth $20 technically, and $15 is $15. So like if you go strictly off of like value, it's better to spend money, but gold is free if you just play the game. So also, when you are buying the mini set, they always put the premium version first for 10,000 gold. So be sure not to get baited by that and buy the $70 version. If you want the $15 version, I think you always have to click normal because it brings up the most expensive version first, which I hate. Besides that, we've got some, of course, a legendary, which we'll cover. We've got some more cards which we'll cover. Is there anything else that we, in regards to news, do we need to talk about? And then we'll take a look at these cards. Okay, it looks like it's just a release date, the cost, and then we have cards. So we have the Beast Speaker Taka. See if we can make this card a little bit bigger on the screen here. Here we are. So we have a 7 mana 2/2 Battle Cry. Discover a legendary beast from any class to gain its stats, and then Death Rattle, you get to summon it. That seems pretty solid. So 7 mana, you get the legendary beast, so this is going to get the stats, so ideally it's going to get good stats. And then when this dies, you summon the beast. So obviously if it has a Battle Cry, it's bad, but if you have Death Rattle, I don't know how many, I mean, it's a legendary beast from any class. So I guess if it's like the Demon Hunter one for the Dogi, that's really good. I'd have to look at beasts from each class. Let's take a look at that. All right, so taking a look at legendary beasts, we have Worm, we have Goldrin, we have King Plush. I know there was probably a faster way to do this. I'm pretty sure this is a beast too. Ursol, which is a Battle Cry, so obviously he would be pretty bad. Ashmane, again, the Battle Cry, so that doesn't really help us. Battle Cry doesn't really help us. Not a Battle Cry, could be good, but probably won't help us. Battle Cry won't help us. Uh-oh. Battle Cry probably won't help us. Okay, Turtle's kind of cracked. Mukla, Battle Cry, I mean, stats wise, it's probably fine. Torga, pretty bad. The fact that you discover, I think, is going to be the make or break here, and there's not too many beasts And there's, I'm pretty sure it's like you'll get at least one decent one. Oh, Krog is good. Malorn, bad. Octopapa, bad. And then obviously this is good. Yeah, I don't know. I think this card will be actually pretty good. I mean, I feel like most of the time it's going to give you a decent beast because you're going to be able to discover it. So unless you just get really bad beasts, even if you just go for stats and then it summons a beast with stats, you know what, you still have to do with 2 giant minions for 7, and best case it goes up. So I actually think Beast Speaker is actually not too bad. Plus she's a neutral, so I'm sure you can do some wacky stuff with her, especially if you do like Shudder and then you play her. She's gonna get like, she's gonna be massive, and then you're gonna summon 3 beasts from her, unless she gets like polymorphed or something. But yeah, her and Shudder seems pretty good. Anything that's gonna allow you to like make her even more giant. So very good. Let's take a look at the eggs. So we have the egg, 3 mana 0/3, and then we have a 10 mana 20/20. Death Rattle, summon a slightly cracked egg, break 5 times to hatch into this 20/20. 5 times. You're gonna have to play 5 cards that buff this egg, and then you get a 20/20 that can attack and doesn't have taunt and doesn't have lifesteal. There's no way this is good. Like maybe if you randomly generate it and then you have a random way to generate a like this getting charged, like if you could give the 20/20 charge, and like I don't know all the cards yet, right? So if there's ways that like you would play the egg, you make duplicates of the final egg, and then you, oh shit, sorry, and then you have a way to give it charge, then there's an OTK potential here, right? But this is solely dependent on like egging, being able to hit the egg, breaking the egg 5 times, well 4 times, and then you'd like cube the final egg, right? Like Carnivorous Cube, and then every time it pops out the cube, when that one dies, you get a 20/20. And if the 20/20 lives, obviously you're probably winning, but it doesn't do anything. So like, I think there's a lot of memes here. It's cool. I'm gonna of course try to make it work, but is it gonna work? I don't know. Also, it's the fact that it's neutral. I think it's very important that this card is neutral, of the fact that like different classes have different prospects of being able to like make this work, right? Because if this was just a hunter card, it pigeonholes it to hunter, which is like arguably a very just not flexible class in regards to it's just always trying to smork. Interesting. I mean, I don't mind one card being a meme card. I do think this card should have rush though. The 20/20 should have, at least give him taunt, man. At least give the giant turtle taunt. Like, there's no reason we don't need to give the giant turtle taunt, right? We have the Holy Eggbearer. It's a 2 mana 1/2 battle cry, draw a 0 attack minion. So obviously this is going for the egg, right? So you play the Holy Eggbearer, probably 1 or 2 of them, and then you run like a couple cards that cost like with 0 attack. I don't know what other 0 attack things there are, but obviously running 2 Eggbearers seems like it would be not good. Because once you draw this once, these cards don't really do anything. So, yeah. I mean, so they gave it support through a neutral card, which is, again, good. And then we have a hunter card. Disguise your minions as iconic beasts from the past and erase your opponent's future. The Devilsaur Mask grants a new raw speed and crushing strength of King Crush. So it's 8 mana. Sorry, I'm like fucking this up. This page is really weird to do. 8 mana, set a minion stats to 8/8 and give it charge. Yo, this is good. You can't, since it says set a minion stats, you can't like attack and then change it and then attack again, because you're not changing the minion, you're setting it. However, you can play a minion or generate a token and then do that. And obviously we wouldn't use this on the 20/20 because it sets it to 8/8. So I know someone's gonna be like, this is a way to give it charge, and they're not gonna read the part where it, like, you know, makes it an 8/8. So I actually think this card's pretty good, because like using this on like a not important card just makes it so much more important, right? It's also like can be randomly generated and just like created. I think that's a pretty huntery card. The Devilsaur Mask. And for those of you who know WoW, Devilsaurs are found in Ungoro. You used to farm them for the Devilsaur leather. And that's how you make your pre-bis molten core stuff. So yeah, all right, finally we got a mini set. Hopefully it's good. We can only hope, guys. Like I said at the beginning, I think this is going to revolve around the mini set. We need like moderate power, or it's going to need to be overpowered, and then the balance changes are going to bring us to where we need to go. I do not think a mini set of like 3 cards per class is gonna fix what we got going on right now with like Protoss Priest and Murloc Paladin. So with that, I will catch you guys in the next videos. I'm sure we're going to be covering a lot of cards very soon, whether later today, tomorrow, or Friday. So with that, be prepared for some card reviews. Love your feedback on this stuff. If you like these kinds of videos, feel free to leave a comment, like the videos, and sub if you haven't. Again, that's what really helps me be able to do these, because normally, like I said, I don't do card reviews. I don't like card reviews, and I don't like doing card reviews because I feel like it doesn't really give you guys anything. But anyway, so with that, as always, I'm Robert Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.